Are you worshipping Jesus or following pagan traditions? For centuries, millions have gathered in churches, raised their hands, sung songs of praise, and bowed their heads in prayer. But here's the question that shatters the very foundation of tradition. Are you truly worshipping Jesus Christ, or are you unknowingly following pagan rituals disguised as Christian worship? Before you dismiss this as mere conspiracy, let me take you back to history, the real history, not the polished version handed down from generation to generation. Why does mainstream Christianity worship on Sunday instead of the seventh-day Sabbath? The Bible says in Genesis 2:3, "And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it." This was not a Jewish tradition. This was established at creation, long before there was ever a Jew. So, who changed it? Why do churches now worship on Sunday, the first day of the week? History reveals it wasn't Jesus or his apostles. It was Emperor Constantine in AD 321 who enforced Sunday as the day of worship, a move influenced by sun worship, a deeply rooted pagan tradition. Are you aware that Christmas, December 25th, is not the birth of Christ, but the celebration of the Roman sun god Sol Invictus? Easter, named after the pagan goddess Ishtar, is another example. The fertility symbols of eggs and rabbits have no roots in the resurrection of Jesus. Yet, year after year, Christians participate in these rituals, convinced they are honoring Christ. Pastors, priests, imams, skeptics, and non-believers, I challenge you, search the scriptures. Where did Christ say to replace his Sabbath with Sunday? Where did he command us to observe his resurrection with pagan symbols? If you cannot find it, then what are you worshipping? Tradition or truth? Matthew 15:9. Thunders with conviction. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Are you comfortable with vain worship? Would you risk your salvation on tradition instead of truth? Jesus himself warned in Matthew chapter 7, 21-23, that many would claim to follow him, only for him to say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." This isn't about judgment. It's about awakening. If you've been blindly following traditions without examining their origins, now is the time to wake up. Now is the time to search the scriptures and challenge everything you've been taught. Jesus said, "If you love me, keep my commandments." John 14:15. That includes the Sabbath, his holy day, not the one man-made tradition replaced it with. What will you do when you stand before the Almighty and he asks you why you replaced his commandments with human traditions? What excuse will you give? Will you tell him it was because the crowd did it? Because it was tradition? In that moment, there are no crowds, just you and the judge of the universe. It's time to break free from the chains of deception. It's time to worship the living God according to his commandments, not the traditions of man. Search the scriptures. Challenge what you've been taught. Follow Jesus, not tradition. The time is now. Tomorrow is not promised. Now the question remains, are you truly worshipping Jesus Christ, or are you following pagan traditions?